Hey everyone! Today we're going to dive into a really simple story that honestly reveals a huge truth about one of the biggest technologies out there right now, artificial intelligence. Think of it as a modern-day fable, all about homework, shortcuts, and yeah, a little bit of magic.
So this really is the question at the heart of everything, isn't it? We know AI can do our homework. I mean, it can write entire essays and solve crazy complex problems in seconds flat. But just because it can, does that mean it should? Well, that's the exact question two kids in our story, Gatu and Chinky, are about to tackle head-on.
Okay, so our story kicks off in a classroom. A teacher is about to introduce her students to a piece of technology that is, and this is no exaggeration, changing everything. We're talking banking, medicine, art, and yep, you guessed it, even homework.
And you know what? The teacher just explained it perfectly. No complicated jargon, no confusing text speak. She just asked them to imagine a computer that could learn and think. Kind of like a person. It's not natural intelligence, she said, it's artificial. And for these kids, you could just tell, this was the start of a whole new adventure.
So then the teacher actually showed them what this AI could do. And oh man, it was absolutely mind-blowing. With just one little prompt, boom, it writes an entire story. It could spit out a recipe for literally any dish you could ever imagine. And get this, it could even take a totally still picture and bring it to life as an animation. The students were just glued to the screen. This wasn't just technology anymore. To them, this felt like real magic.
And of course, that excitement didn't just end when the school bell rang. Nope. The second Gatu and Chinky got home, they jumped right on the computer to explore this AI for themselves. And right away, they took two very different paths.
And this right here is such a perfect example of just how versatile AI is. Gatu, who's a huge cricket fan, immediately saw a tool to build a cool quiz. But Chinky, she's the artist, and she saw a creative partner that could help bring her sketches to life. See, same technology, but two completely different creative ideas.
Chinky really just ran with it. She started grabbing family photos and, with a simple prompt, had the AI redraw them in that beautiful classic Ghibli animation style. So cool! Then she saw their dog, Bingo, and had another idea. She snapped his picture, uploaded it, and asked the AI to design a brand new collar for him. See, she wasn't just asking for answers, she was collaborating with it. It was like a partner.
So their dad sees all this excitement, and he comes in with a really crucial piece of wisdom. He thought what they were doing was amazing, but he also gave them a bit of a warning. He basically said, look, any tool can be good or bad. It all depends on how you use it. He told them not to use it with a closed mind, to first try to understand things on their own, and then use AI to make their ideas even better. And let me tell you, that advice was about to become very important.
Well, every good story needs a conflict, right? A real challenge. And for Gitu and Chinky, that challenge showed up in the classic form of a big homework assignment with a super tight deadline.
And this was a big one. They had to write a long essay on the role of technology in life. I mean, super relevant topic, right? But the deadline was the killer. It was due the very next day.
So what happens? Well, Chinky, true to our nature, is already about halfway done. She's deep into her research, writing away, but Gatu, he's totally stuck. He spent so much time on that cricket quiz, his mind is just blank. He's starting to panic. And that's when his friend Monty offers him this incredibly tempting shortcut. He whispers, "Dude, I used AI, copied and pasted the whole thing. It took me like 2 minutes." And here it is, the big choice, the fork in the road. On one path, you've got Chinky, who's actually doing the work, thinking, researching, creating. On the other path is Gatu, staring at the temptation of a quick copy and paste. And yeah, he took the shortcut. He let the AI do the work for him instead of working with him. Big difference.
So, the next day in class, Gatu's feeling this huge wave of relief.
Phew!
Assignment submitted on time. But that relief was about to completely vanish, because his teacher, she knew something was up.
The teacher collects all the assignments, and then she looks directly at Gatu and Monty. And her words were so sharp and clear, she said, "Submitting your assignment late is bad, but cheating to submit it, that's worse." Oh yeah, she knew. She knew instantly their essays were written by AI.
But here's what makes this teacher so amazing. She explained that she wasn't mad about the AI itself. In fact, she told them she uses AI all the time for her own lesson plans and research. The point, she said, is to use it to help you understand, not to replace your understanding. And then she delivered the most important line of the whole day. She looked at them and said, "If you just copy-paste without thinking,
You weaken your own ability to think. Wow. She explained that they weren't just cheating on an assignment, they were cheating themselves out of the chance to learn. It's like outsourcing your own brain, and that just makes your ability to think weaker over time.
For Gato, that was it. That was the turning point. It was like a lightning bolt. He suddenly got it. His teacher and his father, they were saying the exact same thing. The tool itself wasn't the problem. The problem was how he used it, with a closed mind, just looking for an easy way out.
And that really brings us to the resolution of our modern fable. Gato learned a really tough but totally essential lesson. A lesson about the real relationship between a person and their tools. So, the way forward from there was actually pretty clear. First things first, Gato and Monty apologized. They owned their mistake. Next, they promised to rewrite the entire essay themselves, using their own brains this time. And most importantly, they finally understood the right way to use AI, not as a crutch to avoid work, but as a partner to make their own thinking even better.
And to tie it all together, the teacher left them with this one powerful idea. She said, AI is a magic wand, but you are the magician. Just think about that. The technology is incredible, no doubt. It's like a magic wand. But a wand is just a stick without a magician holding it. You, the person, you're the one with the ideas, the spark, the creativity.
So, as we wrap this up, this story of Gato and Chinky really leaves us all with a big question to think about. We all have access to these incredible magic wands now. The real question isn't about what the tool can do, it's about the person who wields it. So how are you going to be the magician? Thanks for tuning in.